Hello, and welcome back to the Demonweb this time, otherwise known as Evening Star 3. We've been making some pretty decent progress. I had my usual torrid time in the Belly of the Beast quest. I did die to the ticking acid damage at the end, the section where you have to swim through the total like acid waterfall to get to the end, but thankfully there is a rest shrine there, as there should be given the nature of that particular hazard, and we managed to resurrect ourselves and kill the worm at the end. I was quite satisfied to note in that quest that we were able to freeze the big purple worms that come at the end of the arena section, and so get a whole chunk of bonus damage. I was a bit disappointed because they're both a fortitude save, the turn to frog and the flash freeze, so I could have had a go with the frog, although if memory serves almost all of them were crowns, so they were more than likely immune to it, but still it would have been satisfying to frog those enormous things. I know that in times gone by as a warlock I've been able to go into the purple worms in Tethiamar, whichever quest that is. I think it's the last one, the one where you go in and fight the demon thing. Just before you do that there's a section with purple worms, and I know they can be one shot with the what's it called that the warlock gets, where it makes a little soul gem at the end. Trap the soul, that's it. And that was very satisfying too, so I missed a trick there. Trying to turn those things to frogs would have been fun, I think. Feat for 25 I took Crush Weakness, as discussed, to go on top of our helpless damage from falconry, so hopefully if our DCs can hold up and we can keep making things helpless with freeze and colour spray, we're going to be doing pretty well from that extra bonus helpless damage. I suppose you could argue if we continue to play on the lower levels of Reaper, the extra damage is overkill, but playing alone and being a fairly squishy character, we need to get rid of things as quick as possible. I guess attack's the best form of defense. I think that's about it. We have everything we wanted in the Epic Destinies for now. We have 3 Conjuration DC now from the Draconic tree, and 3 Transmutation from the Primal. We've got the bonus to Shard Storm for the temp hit points and extra damage, so that's going off regularly in battle now. I'm pleased to say I'm remembering to use that. I think the Carrion Swarm, well, it will see more use than the Dragon Breath did because it's on such a shorter cooldown. It's on about 3 times shorter cooldown, isn't it? I think for my purposes at least with this, it's being better used than the Dragon Breath was. I think I was having difficulty swapping over to something at short range that was on a significantly longer cooldown. So at least for our purposes here, I'm happier with that. Also, oh no, I mentioned already the poison side of things from the belt. We're still wearing the level 10 belt. It's aside from our little concoction with the epic gem of many facets and the shaman's beads, it's entirely heroic gear, I think. Am I right? Oh no, we've got a mysterious cloak level 21, which is serving us very well to get through the Reaper nerf, and also our scepter is a level 20. Okay, on the menu today we've got the Domain of Lord Grulmith, one of 3 quests that make part of the Evening Star 3 chain in the Demonweb. I'm going to be ambitious. We're going to go to 4. I'm a little bit wary about this because the last time I tried this It was in the Battle for Evening Star quest, albeit 2 or 3 levels lower, and we did get smashed. The crowd control held up reasonably well, but we just couldn't keep up to the volume of Reapers that were coming against us. But I figure, why take these feats like crush weakness and that kind of thing if you're not going to push the boundaries at least a little bit.
Bestial form looms in the distance.
In this quest, the challenge for me at least has always been just to find the right way, not particularly the battles themselves. So I think if we can manage to avoid getting lost, we might have half a chance on the battling side of things. I mean, the crowd control, as you see, save 66 and a bit lower on the greater colour spray. 66 on the frog as well, so that's not terrible for mid-epic. We've got to get rid of that Reaper if we can. We're already halfway down the health bar, but we did achieve the goal of smashing the Reaper. Self-healing is going to be a problem. Am I gonna try and nick one of those souls? No, I'm not. Oh, I did manage to steal one. Klitsch would be proud of me. That's one of the members of the bear party who's got a fixation on souls. Oh my god, that acid damage, that's pretty bad. But outside of combat, we're okay. I think here we just jump down and round, don't we? I'm not claiming to have the most efficient way to do this, it's just the way I've remembered. It can be a very confusing quest. I think most of us who've tried it for the first time have ended up lost. Let's, yeah. That's nice. Now, did we hammer the boss down there as well? No, we didn't. He's still up somewhere. Where is he? That's tasty. Okay. So against the Reaper, obviously, because we attacked from range, we didn't benefit from the helpless damage. You saw there the... just got to watch the health. You saw there the elemental combination, which I'm using as a lead to give our follow-ups more damage when we're in pyrite state. It does decent damage in its own right, so that's another reason for having it on your bar. Sprint boost can help you to get through the spell wards unmolested, so you spend less time there and don't take the damage. There's a invisible 4 people down here that we could do with just mauling if we can, and that didn't go very well, did it? Okay. Now then, is this the first section where we've got to do one of these trials? I think it is. Okay. Let's prepare the pyrite state. Let's get some boosts in. Thankfully the Reaper met its match there, because otherwise we were in trouble. That's the problem with the... well, the problem I have with this level of difficulty. You do get smashed. Where's the... oh, there was one there, not dead. Okay. You do get hit very hard, and so suddenly, although we're putting out more than enough damage to compete at this level, I think you can see, you can suddenly be in real trouble health-wise. Very, very quickly, if you let them hit you. It can quite justifiably be argued that I don't move about enough to avoid the incoming damage. I freely admit that. to neutralise the Reaper, which we only half did. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, failure to stop him. I don't have, as mentioned in previous episodes, I don't have a pale lavender ion stone, so when the Famine Reaper pops up we are vulnerable. Okay, we're going the right way so far. In quests like this, you get to have your little landmarks that you go to. I do this one as well. I think some people get away with doing just one of them, or maybe even none. I'm not... oh, Reaper. Come on, get the Reaper. That was my clunky healing bottle going in there. Kill him. Oh. Okay. Not so amazing. So we're suffering a little bit from our CC that we use for Reapers is lower, obviously, the 62, and that's beginning to be found out a little bit now. So that's causing a bit of a problem, because without being able to hold the Reapers we can't get the bonus damage, and they're one of the toughest opponents we're facing, so we're beginning to have a few problems with that. I'm not using the frog quite as much because I am taking advantage of the extra damage in the orange reaction state. If it could be used against Reapers, I'd be using it all the time. I think shrine-wise we're alright. Look at this. We've been throwing big spells around and we're still almost on maximum mana. Can we make a nice pile of things here without dying ourselves? That'll do. And get the displacement back up. Still having this problem with the bug. You can see the gold skin isn't displaying at all, and yet it is actually on. So I don't know what's going on there. Famine, get the holding. Yeah, nice. So the time we did hold him properly, we did get a quick kill. So it does make a big difference. A little bit of luck there to get the stun against him. Oh, we got another Famine over there. Let's try to get our orange stake going. Hammer him if we can. Yes, well done. Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have let it get to that. There were only a couple of minions. That was really poor. Should have just frozen the buggers. I don't know. I think it was me that froze. I don't know why I did that, or didn't react to it as I should have. What have we got down there? Collectible. We're almost to the end, I think, now. That's what I should have done with that last lot. My multi-file went missing there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Yeah, making a right meal of that, although the game didn't help me in that regard. Not that I need help to make a complete hash of things. Okay, now this can be a real problem. I think you only need to actually kill one of the guardians, but the two end up coming after me. So what to do here?
The Demon Lord
I don't really want to go down there and get surrounded on the thing. Maybe we just lead into there with souped up AoEs and try and annihilate as much as possible. That's alright, he stayed there on his stick. Can we just attack him from distance then? Let's try and get the orange state going. Pyrite reaction, hammer him. Is he going to stay there? If he's going to stay there, I'm going to take advantage of it.
You have defeated
Nice.
the Eagleoth Guardian of Wisdom, Nillifax.
Now the problem now is, can we sneak over there without attracting all this other stuff? I'm doing my usual thing of not looking back. If I can't see them, they can't see me. If they all come pouring through here now, I'm going to look a right idiot. But it wouldn't be the first time, would it? I missed that thing with my frog. We got through anyway. Well, that wasn't too terrible, was it? So the range worked nicely for us there. Let's try to prepare him as best we can. Return to orange state. And there we go. We've got the pyrite spike going. Need to look after our health. Hood of Unrest. Come on, keep going. Keep the shard storm going when it's off cooldown. More spell power. Get the displacement back up. Come on, we can do this. Come on, you've got this. Yes, yes. Well, I think we could say a bumpy ride, but especially at the end there, we did all right. Maybe that was a... Although we're not being able to exploit the helpless damage, of course. So against any end boss, we're going to have trouble. And the other trouble I could have had would have been exiting the quest without completing it, which I've done more times than I care to remember. It's a bit fiddly, but you can just sort of jump your way down this little corner, and then we can get down to the bottom. Can we just freeze these beggars as we land? That'll do. Can we get those as well? Yes, nice elemental combination there. And where have you lot come from? Wherever it is, you can just go back there. I think we are just about done here. Happy days. And that's a nice Reaper 4 completion. More than happy at that. I had been doing... I'd been grouping with a Blightcaster from the Bear Party, who was levelling back up about the same level as me, and we'd done some of Evening Star 2 together on Reaper 4. I'm not saying it was plain sailing, but we didn't die horribly either, and made a pretty good go of that. So I knew he could do a decent job. I just didn't know whether we could deal with the damage coming in. The heal bottle is very nice when it works. The targeting, you've obviously got to target yourself and then fire it, which in a pinch, like let's say I was going round that boss and then had to self-target, it's a little bit of a clunky mechanic, but it can be done. And when firing it on another person without the Reaper nerf, it's very effective again when it hits. Well, you've got the same trouble with standard healing spells. You know, they can be blocked by things. So I'm liking where we're at now, and I definitely like having this big heal. It's definitely worth using, worth trying with. I get what people are saying, that, you know, if the chips are really down and you absolutely need a big heal straight away, there's more than enough potential for it to go wrong, but so far at least it's been more positive for me than not, no pun intended. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. I'll go ahead and complete the rest of the chain. I might be a little bit less brave for the following two, given that I've probably got to make my way back to them if I lose. But more than happy to have got through that one and shown you maybe a little bit of the potential of the class. So thank you very much as always for looking, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.